guys? Bill here from DFS Fantasy Factory. I made a video today just showing you the top three stacks that our NFL Super Stat tool is recommended to stack this week. Well, it's not top three teams, but I kind of went through the data and picked out three teams that seemed like pretty viable stacks. I'll show you where I got the information and um, show you what we got going on here. Before we get started here, I did want to invite you to come join the DFS Fantasy Factory community at dfsfantasyfactory.com. Right now, we are offering a 7-day free trial on all our products. It costs only $14.99 per month after that. It's a very low price right now for what you get, but it's a brand new website. But don't get that twisted because even though it's a brand new website, we do have very, very good products. I used this Superstat tool last year and won a lot of money with it. So figured I'd make a website and show it off to everybody else here. Um, we have the DFS Superstat tool, which is absolutely amazing and will give you a huge advantage over the competition. We also have the best lineup optimizer in the market, in my opinion. But don't even take my word for it, though. We are so confident that our products are the best. We will let you try them out for free for 7 days. Also, before we get started here, if you don't mind, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoy your content here. I'd really appreciate it, and it helps the channel grow. Also, please leave a comment and let me know which is these three stacks in this video are your favorite. I love to hear what you guys think about this, what your favorite stack is for the week, or what you think about these stacks that I put on here as well. Or just comment whatever you want. I make sure to get back to each and every comment each time I make a video. So we'll go ahead and jump into the video here. All right, so the first game stack we have here is Kansas City versus Cleveland. It's a pretty obvious one. We all know that Kansas City can score some points. But we do have some reasoning here. It is the number one stack just because this game has a very high total and should have a bunch of fantasy points scored in it. Obviously, it's going to be very chalky, so I wouldn't recommend this stack. It's just the number one stack here that we found. There's a couple more that we have here though. Um, Reasons to stack here. Kansas City has an 18.75 rating on the NFL Superstat tool, pass advantage, which is very good. I'll show you what I'm talking about, the Superstat tool here in just a minute. We'll close out of this and I'll take you into it and show you what we're doing. Cleveland has a lot of rookies in the defense. Their coverage defense last year was awful. This year it should be a lot better, but it's going to take them some time to mesh. I am a Cleveland Browns fan, so I kind of know all about them. I think it is going to take them a little time to get their stuff together, and I think that Kansas City's really going to be able to put up some points on them tomorrow. The highest point total game on the board this week, 54.5. Cleveland's offense is really good and will be able to score points. Kansas City's going to have to keep scoring because they got Nick Chubb, Odell Beckham Jr. is coming back. This could possibly go into a shootout and be a really high-scoring fantasy point game. So it's definitely recommended to get some players into your lineups from this game. The downfall of the stack is that the players are very expensive. But let's go ahead and close out of this for a minute. We'll go into the super stat tool. If we can get it to close out here. There we go. All right, super stat tool, here it is. The total passing offense right here. So I'm talking about 18.75 for Kansas City, which is way above average, as you can see. There's 32 teams. They're way up here. What I did is kind of just went through the data and found some teams that would be good passing viable options here, and that's what I'm going to go over. As you can see, Houston's all the way at the top, which that's not a good option because they don't have Deshaun Watson anymore. This is going off last year's stats, so make sure you keep that in mind when using this tool, that it's going off last year's stats for week one. As the season progresses, once we get to like week 3 or so, they'll start going by this year's stats. Um, so it'll be a lot more accurate. However, the last year's season stats will be perfectly viable for the games for tomorrow in week 1. There's no other data to go off of, so it works great. And obviously, you can see Baltimore over Las Vegas is the number 2 game stack of the week on this board. We got Tampa Bay and Dallas, which we already know what happened in that game. Tom Brady threw 4 touchdowns against Las Vegas. And they just happen to be the number 2 team on the total passing offense on the Superstat tool. Obviously, it's kind of an obvious game. We knew Dallas's defense isn't very good, and Tampa Bay was going to be able to throw pretty good. But yeah, it is some good information on here. but we'll keep going here. Kansas City is the first one. We'll go ahead and put them, make a stack in the optimizer real quick here. Show you guys how to use this. So we'll go ahead and lock Patrick Mahomes. Come over here, put the max salary in. We'll just do 10 lineups. Go to stacks. Add, see, Kansas City. Oh, sorry, I gotta take out the other teams real quick here. All right, I'll put Kansas City. At least three players from the same team. We'll add another one for at least one player from Cleveland. So we'll have three from Kansas City and one from Cleveland. We'll just build a lineup, see what it gives us. Gives us here. Build 10 lineups. And there it is. So we got like the first lineup it gives us here is Patrick Mahomes with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, um, Travis Kelce, and then we got Odell Beckham coming back. Odell Beckham is a very good option this week. He's only 5,400. Definitely a good bring back player for this stack. But yeah, there's the first stack. On this optimizer here, I guess I can show you real quick here. You can come here and change your exposures. Works really well. So say you don't want 100% Odell Beckham, just type in 50%. It'll change that and reflect it in this lineup here. So, but yeah, so we'll go ahead and go to the next stack of the week. We got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Las Vegas, which I understand looking at Baltimore as the stack is kind of sketchy because of the fact that Baltimore hasn't, Lamar Jackson hasn't been the greatest quarterback. Accuracy throw into his wide receivers, and he gets a lot of points himself, but stacking the game is kind of hard. But however, the two running backs, the starter and also the backup running back, Gus Edwards, are both going to be out for the season. So I'm thinking that they're probably going to rely on throwing the ball a little bit more here and hoping Lamar Jackson can take his game to another level. Baltimore has a 21.72 pass advantage over Las Vegas coverage based on the NFL Superstat tool, which I just showed you that Superstat tool. They were number 2 on the board, so if they do decide to go ahead and pass, I know they're a run first team, but if they do decide to pass, since both their running backs are out, they could do very well against the Las Vegas. They don't have a very good coverage team, and they give up a lot of points through the air. Um, Game total is 50, but I could see this game going over that. Derek Carr is definitely not a scrub, and he can score some points. If Baltimore has to resort to throwing as well, this game could easily go over. So definitely something to look into. All right, the last game we got here is Tennessee versus Arizona. Tennessee has a 17.43 pass advantage on Arizona, which is above average. However, that 17 is going off last year's information, does not take into account Julio Jones. If you account for Julio Jones, obviously that's going to be higher than 17.43. Probably closer to the second or third game on the board. Tennessee just picked up Julio Jones. I think they're going to want to play with their toy out of the gates. I think they might try to throw a decent amount tomorrow. Also, Arizona's pretty good. They got a good, decent offense. This could turn into a shootout, which would force Tennessee to throw the ball more than they would like. Arizona could take a lead. If Tennessee gets behind, they're going to be throwing the ball a lot as well. The total on this game is 53.5, which is the second highest on the board. Both defenses were not that great last year, but also have a very good offenses. So this could be a very high-scoring game. You got to kind of pick your poison on this one though, because some of my lineups I might have some Derrick Henry in it. Also, other lineups I will have some of the pass catchers, like Julio Jones, obviously, and then take Ryan Tannehill and make some stacks that way. But obviously, you're not going to want to have Derrick Henry in the same lineup as Tannehill and the wide receivers. Because you kind of got to pick your poison here. They're probably either going to have a really good passing game or a really good running game. So you wouldn't want to mix those together. Also, just real quickly, I just wanted to go over a couple running back picks that Superstat Tool had predicted, had um, ranked up pretty high. Derrick Henry is the number one running back advantage on the Superstat Tool. He's a 51, which is about the best it can possibly get. I don't think I've ever seen anybody have a 51 advantage. So with them playing Arizona, he should be able to run the ball very easily. Um, like I was telling you before, it's a little bit of gamble running, wondering whether they're going to run the ball or pass the ball more, especially with the addition of Julio Jones. But Dalvin Cook, obviously, the second one there. His running back advantage of the Superstat tool is 46, which is just amazing as well. And I'll go to the Superstat tool and show you the complete rankings for the running backs too. Raheem Mostert, he's a little bit cheaper of an option. His running back advantage is 40, which is excellent still. I mean, we're still up in the high numbers. I mean, these are really high numbers here that the Superstat tool is putting out for these guys. So they should all be able to run the ball very well tomorrow. San Francisco will be very good this year, and they can get ahead and run the ball a lot to control the clock. So this is definitely a cheaper option and a good option. I'll definitely have plenty of Raheem Mostert in some of my lineups because obviously these guys are a little expensive. But um, see real quick here. I'll exit out of here and I'll show you the running backs. See running back versus run defense right there. There we go. So yeah, there it is. Tennessee with 51. You got Dalvin Cook's team, Raheem Mostert's team. You could always go on James Robinson as well against Houston. Um, the Baltimore running backs. If Le'Veon Bell plays, he could be able to do pretty well against Las Vegas. However, you don't really know how much they're going to actually use Le'Veon Bell, and I didn't even see him in the DraftKings lineups yet. He wasn't an option to pick yet, so I'm not really sure how that's going to work. But here's the stats. Obviously, you know DFSFantasyFactory.com. Here's the website. Come here. It's a 7-day free trial. Come try out the products. I know you're gonna like them if you try them. I mean, I play DFS a lot, and I went through and got all the features and the stats and stuff that we need to create winning lineups. So I know you're gonna like it, which is why I offer that 7-day free trial. So feel free to come try it out. I think that's about all I got for you. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button down at the bottom so you can get future videos. There's gonna be a lot of information coming out of this website now. We're just now getting started, but there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming out of here. We're gonna have a lot of good information, and um, look forward to making content for you guys for the rest of the season here. I think that's all I got for you. Have a good day, and thanks for watching.